I think the world needs this.
Shout out to Twitter Spaces for giving us the platform to actually bring us together.
This is the beauty of having different voices in the room.
It's here. It's time.
Look at me when I say this.
9 p.m. Eastern. Jody will probably roll up at like 9:05.
Blame Jody.
What is going on? Welcome to episode 8. This is the Sports Tea Podcast brought to you by Meg, E, and Jody. Y'all, it's been a minute. Jody is dancing. I feel like it's been at least, 4 or 5 weeks. Life has been lifing real hard, real bad. That part. So we had to take a moment, and I'm going to take a moment to just say hi. How are you guys doing? It's good to see your beautiful faces because we're back to talk NFL, the things that we like to do. Y'all are so quiet. I don't like it. Y'all are a little quiet for me.
Sorry, I'm like putting in group chat.
Yeah, we're letting you get the spill out. Like we're letting you get that out.
I feel like our group chat has been going. Like that's never stopped. Yeah, but the podcast was like,
we still talk every day.
Yeah.
We still talk every day. That's for sure. It's been a busy few weeks. It's been a busy few weeks. We've all had a whole lot of going on, a little bit of chaos, a lot of football. Yes. I'm like a whole lot of football. But we back.
What's up, Rod?
We see you. Yes.
Good to be back.
It's really good to be back.
Let me stop plugging into all of my.
So we're dropping it in the group chat. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
I'm like, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend, of course.
Subscribe on YouTube if you have.
Oh, before we jump in, I just want to shout out to my number 3 defense through week 7.
God. Y'all. E, we haven't. Can we get in here good before you start hyping up the Falcons? Like it's bad enough I have to live with a Falcons fan regularly, but to catch it from you as well is it's too much. It's too much.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, Jody. What do we have tonight? Good Lord.
As I accidentally start chewing on ice.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go over the accident?
I know it's been a while, so let me just remind everybody of how we run this organization here.
Organization is great.
Saying hi to y'all. Then we always get into hot tea or not tea, and then we talk about what is going on a little bit in NFL. So, hot tea or not tea? Hot tea or not tea? Okay,
shout out to TJ for this Asia Wilson AI Abby there. It looks like cartoon Abby. That's dope. Sorry.
First of all, Asia Wilson's shirt was hilarious.
Hilarious. That is my kind of carrying on right there.
Yes, it is. I was like, oh my goodness. So for those of y'all who do not keep up with WNBA, the Aces went back to back. They won again, right?
Got the drink going back to back.
Right. So they just had their parade, and Asia Wilson, her shirt on the back side of it was all the MVP votes. And then at the very bottom, you seen that lonely little one. That was her vote for the MVP. But if you don't know, she was the finals champion MVP. So she's like, it's cool. Like, y'all ain't got to give it to me. Because
that's the better MVP in my opinion.
We got the hardware and I got the MVP. So, super dope. Shout out to her. I already missed WNBA season. I'm ready for it to get back. But NBA season has started. My Mavs play tonight. for the first game.
Oh, so we beefing tonight. Is that what you're saying? Because Spurs fan over here. So.
Oh, and you're a Hawks fan, right?
E, please.
I got so many birds in the state of Atlanta is crazy. In the city of Georgia, the state of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, we're tired. We're tired. We're really tired. It's been a long day.
Georgia.
TJ is definitely laughing at us.
Oh my God. What in the world? Y'all got 17 birds down there. Like, what is going on?
I mean, they used to have the thrashers too, a while ago. So lots of bird activity going on here in Atlanta.
And he just between the flags from last time, I cannot. I'm surprised you ain't pulled.
Oh, E's flag that she had, man.
Hey,
man.
Hey, okay. I'll pull him back out though.
Oh my God. She goes.
You see, she came dressed in Falcons colors today, though, like on the sly, right? Like you saw it, right? Like I hope you picked up on that because I did.
Exactly. I'm put on a Chiefs hoodie because I'm in Kansas City and it's freezing cold. Just so you know, we're predicted for snow here on Monday, so that is why I'm getting the heck out of here now because I do not want to get snowed on. So yeah.
I don't have any like team gear, but I have this is my Scott Fishbowl Fantasy Football League shirt, which is in this. It's going pretty well for someone who doesn't know what they're doing. It's such a weird league. Like it's PPR plus some sort of weird scoring. Like tight ends are like really coveted in this league. And then here's the other thing. Like if you win one league, you get like an extra bump depending on the week. Like for example, I had a losing record and then I beat someone one week, and on that week I got like an extra bump to my record. So now I think I'm fourth in the league. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's but weird. Hey, it's provocative. It gets the people going. So yeah. So it's whatever. All right, listen. This is too much. This is not a Falcons group chat. This is nasty work here. This nasty
I'm
work
really
agenda.
crying at this LeBron James photo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Get your people. Get your people.
Too much. All right, I feel like we need to start talking football because otherwise it's just going to be a Falcons show, and I just cannot. I cannot.
Okay, cannot. Okay, hot tea, not tea. So, Deshaun Watson, let's talk about it. So, he's been out a few weeks with, I believe, a shoulder injury. Mm-hmm. Been out for a few weeks. Don't really know if he played last week, guys. Did he play?
He did play. He got injured.
I did not watch their game at all.
You missed a hell of a game. Hell of a game.
Flags for sure.
Listen, don't get me started, man. I'll be up here ranting all day. But yeah, we got. He played in that game initially, and then he got injured, and they pulled him out as a precaution. But then it was some sort of tweak, I think, in his shoulder. So I don't know if he's not going to play this coming week either. PJ Walker is playing, so I don't know how long he's going to be quote unquote out. I have no idea.
They're calling for the season, honestly, from what I've been.
Interesting.
They're calling it for the season.
Interesting. So, is this hot tea or not tea? The Browns defense is like the number one defense in the NFL right now. They are so freaking good. They are dominating. That defense is dominating every single game that they are playing in.
Except for the Colts game.
Except for the Colts game. Yeah, Meg is not gonna let that down. That was a wow. Well,
let me say this. Miles Garrett was insane. Yes, Miles Garrett is a dog.
Yes, he is.
The Colts put up 400 plus yards of offense on this historic defense.
Yeah,
Gardner Minshew put up multiple touchdowns on this historic defense. 2 rushing and 2 throwing. So.
I don't think that Gardner Minshew was really ever that bad. I don't think a lot of people put stock into him when you really think about it. And I think you guys are putting stock into him.
Gardner is good as a backup quarterback. Like he can get you those
Correct.
in between
Yeah.
wins. Now, obviously, he's not your guy for a long-term sort of thing.
Yeah.
But if you needed a plug and play dude,
That's for sure
he's got that. Now, if he could clean up these daggone turnovers, we'd probably be fine.
Right.
But that historic defense, got walked all over up
Love
and
to
down
see
the
it.
field. I just want to make that completely unequivocally clear.
I love it. So is this hot tea or not tea with Deshaun re-injuring himself? So he was out for about 2 or 3 weeks, and now, I mean, based off of what E is saying, it sounds like, depending on the doctors, it could be season ending, or at least, I don't know, maybe through the playoffs. Can't come back to the playoffs. I don't really know. I haven't done any research on Deshaun Watson. So is this hot tea or not tea?
I say it's hot because of what the Browns have paid into him.
Absolutely.
And we all know the history with the Browns and their quarterback situation. So you pay all this money. He had to sit out half of the season last year. And then this year you come.
More than half.
And then you come in as issues this year to where there's a little buzz that with him getting these unsportsmanlike, they can find a way to get out of his contract. Now he's hurt. So it's kind of like, almost in a sense, this is like, okay, are the Browns about to take an L moving forward or not? So
it's just very much hot tea, right? And I know Meg is about to jump out of her seat on this comment.
Run.
Let me just get my little point out real quick. I think it's very hot tea, especially because that whole entire division is just it's not what you thought it would be. Everybody thought the Bengals have a better record right now. The Ravens are playing really good. The Browns have been pretty much shutting everybody up across the league. There's a lot that's going on with that division. So to not have Deshaun, the guy who's supposed to come in and lead them through this playoff run, supposedly, that's a really big deal. But I mean, if their defense can do what they're supposed to do against the other teams besides the Colts, of course, then I mean, defense wins championships. You know what I mean? Offense sells tickets. Defense wins championships. And the one thing you can tell about this NFL season so far is a lot of teams are not scoring over 30 points, right? So this has been a defense-heavy league. She's about to lose her mind. This has been a defensive-heavy league right now, so a lot of teams are struggling to score over 30 points consistently every week. There's only 2 teams that are averaging over 30 points a game right now. So, I mean, it's very hot tea. So we'll just see what happens in the next few weeks for the Browns. Go ahead, Meg. The floor is yours.
Yeah,
hey, man, listen, Jaja is out here with a serious troll job in the comments. Let me say this. I actually like the fact that CJ Stroud is balling right now. Like, y'all deserve that. Crazy. Texans fans been in hell for several seasons, okay? I'm excited to see y'all excited that you got a legitimate quarterback. So,
I mean, Meg, you said it all through the offseason. All through the draft. We said it all through the combine. I think we were beating the table for CJ over Bryce in March and April.
I know I was.
Yeah, so it's like we knew what type of development and what he was going to bring to the NFL. Like,
we just had the offensive line.
We knew, but let me say this though. I look forward to the battle between Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson when he comes back and is healthy, right? Like that's what I look forward to. Now, of course, Minshew. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You starting this week, E?
No, that is nasty work.
Disgusting work.
Please stop that.
I'm sorry.
But I look forward to this back and forth rivalry, right? Like, it's been a while since we've had a division where it's like, hey, every team has QBs, right? So I look forward to that. So continue trolling. It's fine. It's all good. All good. I'm gonna let y'all have your moment and whatnot. We will circle back to this conversation next season.
Exactly.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, like, I had to say this on my podcast yesterday. I was like, y'all, it's only week 7. There is still so much football left in this season. Like, in 7 weeks, who knows? She is.
I was not. But I will say AR was cooking up the Texans. Let me say that when he was playing. So if we really want to get to it, we can do that.
We don't go there. I mean, Gardner Minshew was good for the Eagles when he had to come in and be back up. He did what he had to do.
In a bind. Gardner Minshew is not like, hey, that's not the guy that you give the keys to the kingdom. Like, come on, y'all gotta stop this. Like,
so you get
I taught y'all better than this. Like, Gardner is cool as a dude. Like, he's super cool as a person.
He's super swaggy.
Listen, the stash and the like Uncle Rico vibes are fully there. But
I'm glad he don't throw like Uncle Rico. We're gonna give that to Justin.
But beyond that, like in a bind, yes, but long term, no. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Carry on.
Okay. So wait, did you say if it was hot tea or not tea?
Oh, about Deshaun? Yeah, this is very hot tea. I think I said this earlier in the. My bad, sorry. I had to.
It's the AFC South beef. Let them have it.
My bad. I had to.
I'm like, she never even said.
I had to address that. Sorry, gotta address my haters. If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. Is what I heard. But all right. So. Yes, this is very hot tea for Deshaun Watson because, to E's point, all this money that the Browns put in for Deshaun Watson, and not just that, it's the way that they've gone about in pursuing him, right? Yeah. They've basically put the livelihood of their franchise on the back of this man. So if he doesn't work out, this is major egg on the face of that organization, and you're going to have to answer. I saw a wild stat earlier. I think it was yesterday, potentially. Maybe it was yesterday or today. My days are a little long. But it said that PJ Walker will be either the 39th or the 40th, like different QB to start for the Browns franchise. Like that's a lot of different QBs. It's not a whole lot of stability. Like Browns, y'all got to get your lives together. Like figure out what you're doing here, because it doesn't seem like you're making very smart decisions here as of late in terms of like what the cornerstone of your franchise is going to be. Yeah. So if I'm the Browns, I'm probably disappointed because my defense has been playing mostly lights out, and now I'm not getting the most out of my offense here. You have stymied yourself once again in this season, especially in a really, really tight division now where everybody's playing really good football. Yeah. You could have had a chance to essentially win a division, really, if Deshaun is playing at the level that you think he could play. So if I'm the Browns, this is disappointing.
Just go put 21 points on the board. This point, your defense might get the other 7 for you. So I mean, it's not like right now in the league you have to go out and put 35-40 points up in any game. You don't have to do that right. I don't know what it is, but you don't have to have high scoring offenses right now to win games. I mean, even the team that is high scoring, the Dolphins, they lost. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, enough about them. Hot tea or not tea? Yeah, y'all did. Woo.
Woo.
Hot tea or not tea? The Broncos rebuilding. They put out something today saying how they're pretty much, they're begging for picks. We need draft picks because we can't get rid of our quarterback.
Because you gave them all away,
and we can't get rid of our
quarterback. That's right.
I mean, I need to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure like the dead cap hit for Russell like in 24 is like 58 million, and then like in 25, like they can't get out of his contract till 25. It is nasty. Like they are stuck with him for another 2 seasons. So hot tea or not tea, Broncos rebuilding, getting rid of everybody, trying to get these draft picks.
Oh, this is for sure hot. Listen, as hot as Jerry Jeudy was about Steve Smith calling him out, okay? This is definitely hot tea, okay?
Steve Smith been taking L's this season, just like his team, but we're not gonna talk about it.
Hey. You're gonna get up off Steve Smith. That's one of my that's one of the few small man complex wide receivers that I like. All right, hey, listen, I gotta give love to my smaller folks. There ain't too many of us out here. So, but to that point though, is like the Broncos, like you had such a good core on your defense, is getting like waxed every time you play. You take Hackett out of the situation to bring Sean Payton in, who you thought was a saver. That didn't work out. And now you're having buyer's remorse on Russell Wilson. Like, I hate it for you. You knew what it was when you signed up.
But the thing Broncos they already did though. I think they already had buyer's remorse on Russell when they seen him that first season, and you see what who the scapegoat was. It was their last coach, so that was already there. I believe Sean Payton just took a job just to take a job just to show people something. But I think that he really wanted that Texans job. He wanted that Texans job.
Oh, for sure. And it was like, no.
Yeah.
I really think he wanted the LA job, but Staley didn't get fired.
Could be. Yeah.
I think he wanted the LA job. I think he wanted that because I know this is gonna sound crazy, but he wanted to come into the AFC West because he studied Patrick Mahomes and he knows all this info on Patrick Mahomes and he feels like he can beat him. So he felt like he wanted to go to either the Chargers, and since that didn't happen, him going to the Broncos was not surprising for any of us. I do not think that is hot tea at all. I think it's very cold tea. I think it's hilarious. I think it's embarrassing. The Broncos are a terrible organization, and they really need to get their
Wait, hold on. Is this just because they in your division?
AFC West.
I was about to say, you know, this is AFC West influence.
I want to give you guys a stat.
Why am I not shocked that you came with a stat? Like, why am I not shocked at all?
So you know the Chiefs play the Broncos Sunday.
Oh Lord.
Uh-huh.
We already beat them 2 weeks ago, right, at Arrowhead. The Broncos have not beat the Chiefs in 2,947 days. If the Chiefs win again this weekend, this will be the 16th time that we have beat them in a row.
This is how I know we're back. When Jody started dropping stats, when it's favoring the Chiefs.
Thank you. You know, we're back in full swing. Jody was like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, she didn't even have her life together today, but she was like,
I did not have my life together. You saw me do this. If you see me do this, that means I'm Googling real quick because I didn't have time to get my stuff together before I got on this lovely stage with you ladies, though. But no, it's very embarrassing what the Broncos are doing, but at this point, you cannot get rid of Russ, so you have to do something. They could technically tank and still get a quarterback. And they could bench Russ if they wanted to. Now, does it suck because he's gonna still get this paycheck? Yes. But I mean, when you're having a quarterback going out here looking the way that he's looking, even though they won last week, looking the way that he's looking, you bench him and you put somebody else in the game. And because I haven't even looked up how many picks they have for next season, which I could probably do.
None. They don't have none.
Yeah, they have like none. So I know like they think that they can go out and get something for Jerry Jeudy. Now PS2, they can definitely go get something for PS2. I don't know what Judy's gonna give them because
Jeudy might garner like a 6th round.
He might get like a 5 or a 6, maybe.
Well, and that depends on how desperate a team is if they're willing to give up a little bit higher from if they need them. But
and it might even be a 24. It might be a 25.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely gonna be later on. It's gonna be nothing like recent. No, give us like a 2027 6th round pick. It's fine. Come on, Broncos. Toss Jerry over the fence. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, right now it almost seems like they're having a fire sale right now. You know what I mean? So
the Titans. Woo.
Look, first is like, you know, I'm not gonna say anything about the Titans right now because we played them. I'll say something after. But I need you to do us a favor, though, Jody. Can you do us a favor? This is all of NFL fans. Can you tell Taylor and Travis to take us out the group chat? We do not care.
Oh, that's not happening. Ain't no way Travis put up 100. I was listening to something on SportsCenter yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
For racking up. And I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Ryan Clark or if it was Marcus or who, but they was like, the problem is Travis Kelce is already that guy, right? Like, you already know he's going to go out and have a good game. But then his bay is there. So you feel like he got to turn it up just a little bit more. Ain't no way he got 170 plus yards on Sunday. I'm like, what? What are you doing, old man?
All the above.
Hey,
All
bro,
of the
listen,
above.
listen. I feel like the
Oh
Jaden
no,
Will group
Jaden
chat
Will
is
is
definitely
worse.
way worse. It's
Yeah.
definitely way worse. Let me say this as someone who works in media full time now. I've written a lot about Travis and Taylor, more than I
Yeah,
probably even thought I would over the last several weeks
absolutely.
because it's been whatever sort of angle. And if you know the type of work that we do it for the win, then you know it's like we don't write the typical like newsers where it's just straight up like news. We write the different angles, what fans are saying, those sorts of things, like different analysis, right? So that's totally cool. But I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I didn't get a little fatigued at one point because my news feed and our Slack that we use to communicate was a lot of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
You literally had me cracking up because Meg was like, y'all, why are we hiring for somebody to literally just follow Taylor Swift?
To be a Taylor Swift reporter, yes, that's a legitimate job at USA Today. Yes, it is. They have a Beyonce one too. So in all fairness, like I get it. I totally get it. But it's just to the point that like
I don't follow that Beyonce one because I just want to take down and see how she run her business. But
it's just to the point where it's like, okay, you know, we really just want to see the Chiefs play. Like we just want to see the game. Like Taylor's cool. I got no beef or anything else like that. And I get it. She's one of the biggest stars like in the entire world. I totally get it. But it's also like, we are watching for the game. Like, can we get to the game?
Think they heard all of it after like week 2 and 3. They've gotten a lot better now. It was really bad. Like week 2 and week 3. I was like, oh my God. But I was at Arrowhead every time there's home games because she doesn't really travel for away games.
Yeah.
And I never knew she was there. The only reason why I would know she was there is because I would look at my timeline because they don't show her like on the Jumbotron or in the stadium. They don't show any of that then. So you don't know unless you get on
social media.
But I heard that on TV they're showing her like every like 2 minutes. And I'm like, oh God. That would drive me nuts. That would drive me nuts.
Like, so the funny thing is, TJ, we had this discussion earlier today at work about like we need to keep tabs how many times that like she's shown or whatever else, and I can assure you there probably will likely be something coming out on our website about how many times it was shown because it's just again, I get it, I do, but the storyline is like, can we get to the game? The Chiefs are actually playing really good football. I'd like to see the game. Now I'm in the trenches. I know what, Travis Kelce's dad's favorite Taylor Swift song is. I know that he thinks that Taylor is, a sweetheart and she's picking up trash after games. Like we are way in the trenches. We are just in the trenches here. This is
I'm sorry, guys. I'll take the blame.
Yeah, hashtag blame Jody. Hashtag blame Jody.
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
The group chat, okay.
Yeah, take me out the group chat momentarily, please. I mean, I still got to write about it, but please take me out the group chat.
All you had to say was it was cold tea. Get it?
Okay, yes, it's cold tea. I'm sorry, it's cold tea.
All you had to say.
It's ice.
What else we got on the topics?
He is like, no, like
she's over it, man. She's
so
over
back
it.
to there's a whole lot of football season left. Yeah, sorry guys, my bad. All right, next topic. Hot tea or not tea? Can we trust the Buffalo Bills? You know my answer.
So yeah, you're not allowed to answer this. E, what you got? I want to hear.
I admit I'm going to say this is hot because I feel like, and a lot of people might say something else, but I feel like when we look at the Buffalo Bills, it's almost now that we're in a situation where we don't know which Bills we're going to get. We're going to get the Bills that are going to drop 50 points on a team, or we're going to get the Bills who lose to the New England Patriots, to a Mac Jones New England Patriots.
Hilarious.
So I right now it's kind of hard to trust the Buffalo Bills, let alone trust Josh Allen. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't do that. Just saying.
That game was disgusting. The Patriots looked dominant. Like they held the Bills scoreless in the first quarter. That first half, that secondary looked terrible. I mean, their defense in general just did not look good. He was not clicking with any of his receivers. I was like, what is going on with the Bills? Like, what in the world? And you could tell they kind of like went in and made some halftime adjustments, and the offense kind of started rolling a little bit, but it still like wasn't enough. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck was going on with them on Sunday or whatever day they played, but that was a mess. And Von Miller was out there, so I don't know what was going on with the Bills. That was a mess. They made what's the boy's name? Mac Jones look good.
What's that boy's name?
I almost called him Danny Dimes.
Ma'am.
Same. They made him look good, and I was like, wow, like Bill Belichick, really Bill Belichick.
Wow. I mean, okay. So let me say this.
A $3 bill for sure.
I'm gonna say this. We are seeing the same version of the Buffalo Bills over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
For the last several seasons, they've either overachieved or underachieved. There is no sort of consistency there from them. And even if they make it to the postseason, they usually fall flat on their face. Like, and that's not a slight to anybody. That is just typically what happens. And it's disappointing because you know the type of talent they have on that team when they're rolling. You know what Josh Allen can be when he's rolling.
Yep.
Problem is, they go as Josh Allen goes, in my opinion. And Josh Allen has not been playing to the elite levels that we think he is as of late, especially this season. I don't understand.
The very first play of the game.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. I understand it's any given Sunday in the NFL, right? Like, yeah. I do understand that. But the Patriots have been looking so bad that people are calling for Bill Belichick to be fired. Like, he gotta go.
And he signed an extension.
Exactly. And then he signed an extension. But to that point, like, I don't know, like, if the Bills just came in and like underestimated the Patriots, because the thing is, Patriots defense when healthy they got some ballers. So I mean, there's still some pieces there. Just Mac Jones has to play, of course, consistent. So
yeah.
So for the Bills and their fans, I really want to ask them: do you think Josh Allen is the guy?
They do.
I need to know the full answer because,
but they do.
I think they're saying the default answer. I think it's easy to be like, oh yeah, Josh Allen's the guy because that's who we're invested in. But deep down inside, do you believe Josh Allen can bring you a Super Bowl? Because I'm not convinced.
No,
I'm not convinced at all. No. And I think Stephon Diggs, and I think that Bills defense, when healthy, elevates Josh so much more. It covers up a lot of those blemishes. I really think about, for example, the Bills-Vikings game from last season. You remember this was like this knockdown, drag out, like all out fight. Josh Allen makes a fumble at the goal line with the game on the line. Literally, all you do is score.
Yeah. He's done that more than once, though.
And that's what I'm getting at. It's happening in these prime pivotal moments where I'm like, his turnovers are a problem. The inconsistency is a problem, especially for what y'all are trying to do and where you're trying to go. So my question to Bills fans is he actually the guy? Like, I need you to look in the mirror and ask yourself, be real with yourself about whether or not he's the guy.
They think that he definitely is the guy, but I guarantee you, depending on how this season goes, they're going to be like, get rid of him. Well, like, I think they're teetering right now, right? I think they've seen how he's been like the last 2 seasons, and they're like, all right, he can get us where we want to go. He just can't, like, close. You know what I mean? Well, so I think this season, if he doesn't get them there, which he's not with the Dolphins in that division, not with, like, they got to get through the Ravens. They got to get through. There's a lot of people they got to get through. You know what I mean? And I don't think they have the strength and numbers to do it this season.
No, and I feel like we've seen it. Yeah, because I mean, like, when you look at it with the first game of the season, yes, you had Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he got hurt. I get that. But you had a Zach Wilson-led team. What went on with that? Then just like that, y'all go in, y'all lose to the Jags. Then you go in after the Miami Dolphins put on this historic moment of dropping 70 on the Broncos. Y'all drop 50 on them, but then go back the following week and do not look like the team that just played the week prior. Then you go over again, and then we get you to the Bills. I mean, not to the Bills, but to the Patriots, a team that should have been marked as a win for you guys. Lose. So it's, to me, like I have always constantly said, the Bills are so inconsistent. I don't know. I mean, we put Josh Allen up there as some people put him as a top 5, or some people put him in the top 10 category. Well, what if you're this top 10 guy?
I think I have him at 7.
That's surprising and shocking. I'm just saying, if you got him like for your example, if you got him at 7, he's not playing like a top 7 quarterback.
That was before the season started. I have not sat down.
Now that we're I knew that was coming. I knew that.
Do you think Josh Allen is Dak Prescott with a better supporting cast?
Dak Prescott? No, because I think Dak has better weapons. I think the Bills only have Stephon Diggs. The Cowboys have a better defense than the Bills.
I mean, I'm talking about on the offensive side. Like, you got Stephon Diggs.
That's it.
You had Dawson Knox when healthy.
I think the Cowboys' offense is better than the Bills' offense. However,
I was getting ready to say
the Bills play. The AFC is tougher than the NFC.
Well, I would say now when it's shifting, we're shifting over and looking at it, you have a lot of better.
The AFC is tougher than the NFC.
Yeah, I would say
I don't know if the Cowboys and the Eagles could play a lot of these AFC teams and survive the way that they're surviving right now in the NFC.
Well, but I'll say this, and to answer Meg's point, I can kind of see the comparison between Josh Allen and Dak Prescott. I will say this: we know Dak is good for 1 or 2 picks a game, and I'm really labeling Josh Allen. He's good for a couple of picks a game. I can.
Allen is good for a fumble or 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Jody.
I wouldn't give that to Dak because I haven't seen Dak fumble. So,
correct.
But when we look at it, yes, Dallas has the better squad overall on paper compared to the Bills. But as far as quarterback play goes, you can say that they're both in the same. Like,
I'm talking about mostly quarterback play, but
she's talking mostly quarterback. I think that I think that the coaching staff for the Bills is better than the coaching staff for the Cowboys, which would be why maybe he looks like a better quarterback. Maybe Josh Allen looks better because he has a better coach.
Could be.
Yeah,
and he still doesn't look great.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we've got 40 minutes on hot tea or not tea. Sorry, y'all. We had a lot to catch up.
They're fine. They've missed us. Okay. The last topic of hot tea or not tea. Should we be concerned about the 49ers? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Should we be?
Ma'am. Ty, please clip that, Ty. When you see this on the recording back, Ty, please make sure you clip that.
Bang, bang.
FTTB. Wait, faithful to the bank. Yeah, FTTB. Faithful to the bank.
Clip that one too.
Clip that too, Ty. Please.
I didn't come up with these names. They did.
Man, now you make me think about what's the guy's name? Niner Mike and that whole crew.
He's so funny. Shout out to Niner Mike. So should we be concerned about the 49ers? They're on a 2-game losing streak and they go into Cincinnati this week.
I would say there's no need to be concerned, but I will say this. I'll say about Purdy. I'm not gonna say cold tea. I'm just gonna say it's lukewarm. But I think if we kind of can see the same things from Purdy, I think we're starting to see now the deficiencies in Purdy. And if we kind of continue to see that, then this is gonna kind of start getting hot. Even if they can win games, it's gonna start getting hot because now it's gonna be the question is, is Purdy the guy for them moving forward? Did they kind of jump the gun on Trey Lance? Because I don't even think Purdy's playing this weekend. I think,
no.
yeah.
Well, they had
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is.
Oh, they did confirm that he's out for this week.
Concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Because the Bengals would have lost. I had the Bengals losing this week if Brock Purdy was playing.
I made my picks already, so I got to stick with 49ers. But now I'm like, oh Lord, if Darnold is playing,
you got to stick beside
prayers and thoughts up to
you got. Now I will say this though. So last week, the Niners defense was not good. They were not this number 1 or number 2 defense in the league like they're supposed to be. They were not good last week. What's the boy's name? The Bosa? Nick.
Bosa. Nick
has y'all just gave Nick
Bosa.
the amount of y'all gave him the keys to the stadium in his contract in this offseason. And he is not producing at the rate that you think he would. The Niners didn't have any sacks. They had 0 sacks last week against the Vikings. 0. The Vikings O-line is terrible. Like, just going to be extremely transparent. They're not good. They were good.
The Vikings kind of wanted to go out and impress because they were playing a team like the 49ers. Do you think that they just probably incredible hawked it?
Oh, okay. Primetime Kirk.
Primetime Kirk is.
Kirko changed.
Yes.
But the Vikings did not have Jettis. Jordan Addison went off. He did get injured and then came back in the game. Didn't they lose their tight end too for a second? And then
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson went down, and then Addison was out and had to come back in. And they was like, wait, we both can't be out. Somebody got to come back in. The Niners were very, and it happens. It happens. You said it earlier.
This is the same thing that happened last season too. People were like concerned about the Niners, and they went on this like crazy run and shut everybody else up. Yeah, I'm not concerned about
the last 2 games that they thought they were going to win.
I'm not concerned about the Niners. I'm really not. Now, do they need to get healthy? Yeah. Debo is banged up. Obviously, Purdy is in concussion protocol, so prayers up for him that he gets well. Other than that,
but can Sam Darnold go in there and beat the Bengals?
Anything's possible.
If the Niners defense locks up those receivers like I know that they can, and they gonna get after that O-line, which I think, they have brand new left and right tackles over there. So, I feel like that Niners defense can get after that O-line. And you have to be feeling like, all right, guys, these last 2 weeks we've looked a hot ass mess. We have to get it together now. No?
I feel that they can have a bounce back game. I do feel that they can have a bounce back game. I think they need to take a page out the Vikings book though and go have Bible study.
Facts. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little good Bible study. They probably took a little communion before the game.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, anything to win when you really think about it.
Listen, side note, I don't know if you saw that clip with Kirk Cousins and they're talking about they were playing Creed in the locker room. And they're about to go pray apparently before the game or whatever else. And Kirk Cousins was like, "Hey man," he's like, we gotta turn the music down or whatever so we can pray." And one of his teammates was like, "Kirk, this is our prayer." And it was Creed Higher was playing in the background. So the lyrics of that say, "Can you take me higher to a better place?" Right. So just FYI, if you haven't seen that clip, it's absolutely hilarious. I imagine that scenario in my mind if someone be like, "This is the prayer, man."
Right. So, but I agree with y'all fully. I don't think this is anything for the Niners to be concerned about yet. However, depending on how this week looks, if they go on a 3-game losing streak, there is a lot of concern there. Because you think that you want to get to the NFC Championship game with 3 losses and the Eagles only have 1, then God bless. So Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible.
Anyway, let's get into some of the topics that we have for the day, the night.
Yes, it's gonna look good. Can't wait. You better play.
I'm like the day, the night. Oh wow, I did not do that. Okay. So early season MVP candidates. Who are you guys? Even y'all in the comments. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for commenting and being very, very active with us tonight. Type in there, who are your early season MVP candidates? Who do y'all have as early season MVP? Who are your guys?
This one is pretty tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't vote him for MVP because I don't think he's at that level, but this is an aside, but Puka Nacua is like balling out, dude. So for rookie of the year, like he's making a very strong case. So I just had to give him his just
it's
due.
a very I mean
outside of that, Tyreek Hill is on my list. I know that's gonna sound crazy for a wide receiver to like possibly be MVP, but if he gets 2,000 yards this season, I feel like he's got to be in the conversation, like for sure.
He's less than 100 yards away from having 1,000 already.
Yeah,
that's not.
It's week 7.
That's not.
It's week 8.
Jaja, this is the most like Homer, like
that is very much Homer. Now he could definitely get rookie of the year.
He balling, but
I can see CJ getting. The comment says I vote my quarterback at MVP at this point, and that's coming from a Texans fan. Now, I would give him rookie of the year. I do think CJ is having one heck of a start through 7 weeks. You know, let's see how he can continue to be through the remainder of the season, but he is having a good season so far. But if I had to go rookie, you know, I'm really disappointed in Bijan. Like, I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. But
listen, he been balling except for last week when he wasn't feeling great.
It's been like the last 2 weeks. My fantasy football is looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, call Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm very disappointed in Bijan.
I'm feeling attacked right now. Like
you should.
You know, it's funny. It's my husband. I'm the one who told my husband that, you know, Bijan wasn't playing for like the rest of the game or whatever else. Literally, I kid you not. He literally looks at me like, Arthur, why didn't you tell me, my man? He's like, I would have made the adjustments today for my fantasy team. Like, he says this with a straight face. And I'm like, we are in the trenches here on Bijan. Like,
I'm real. I'm just like, yeah. Honestly, right now that's up in the air. I don't think anybody really has, besides like from like skill positions, but there hasn't been really a quarterback that has really stood out. Even Jalen Hurts haven't looked his best. So
I can't believe Patrick is leading the MVP conversation because I don't have him getting any awards this year.
I mean,
when I seen that he was leading yesterday, I was like, really?
What's the Chiefs record?
We're 6-1. And on Sunday, Sunday was his best game of the season. 424 yards, 4 touchdowns. But the other games have just been kind of
I mean, the only other team that's 6-1 is what, the Eagles?
It's the Eagles, yeah.
So, okay.
We really need to have a conversation about what's happening in the NFL right now. What is going on?
It's one of them.
Am I glitching? I'm glitching.
No, I can hear you. Yeah. You're good. You're a little drag on our end, but it's all right.
Yeah. I know. But no, I mean, rookie of the year. I don't know. Or not even the MVP conversation. I mean, definitely Tyreek Hill is somebody who could be up there. CMC could be up there. Yeah. CMC is having one heck of a year. I think, like, I read a stat the other day that said he's had like a touchdown for the last like 14 games in a row, and I was like, what? Like, him going there and leaving the Panthers is probably one of the best decisions he's ever made for his whole entire career. So I kind of love that, huh?
I said they're 0-6, and then their first, they can't even get the top pick because you want to know why? Bears, Chicago.
The Bears got the number 1 and the number 2 pick right now. Like
Exactly.
See my face?
Love it.
yeah, it's nasty work. That's nasty work. What about Sam Laporta? He's having a heck of a season so far.
I mean, not MVP level.
I know. I don't. There's really nobody like.
I
Tyreek
feel like
Hill is having one heck of a season.
I feel like if, and please, Dolphins fans, don't come for me when I say this. I feel like if Tua is consistent, those sorts of things, like, yeah, Tua will be in that conversation at some point.
Yeah.
If he's not already in some sort of circles. So I just had to put that out there because y'all know, listen, Dolphins fans are intense about Tua. I get it. I totally do. But I'm like, whew.
I mean, my thing is if Tyreek Hill gets 2,000 yards, then I feel like you got to marry Tua with that, right? Like,
got to at least be in the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, I mean, I don't know who I would say.
I mean, if you want to put Myles Garrett in the conversation because of just how
fine
lights out he's been playing.
Okay.
I'm like,
what?
Yeah, no, Myles Garrett has been good. There's really, I mean, it's too early, right? Like it's too early, but I mean, I guess you can't really have this conversation until like after Thanksgiving, right? So
I just, I feel like we needed to at least get us thinking about it so that so just a little bit. I blame E. She made the agenda today, so
I did.
She did. I appreciate her so much for that. What about even any running backs balling out right now? No.
Nah.
No quarterbacks really just going crazy right now. No.
No.
Yeah, this is tough. Anyway, let's get into the next topic. We put a few names out there. We gave some rookie of the year, some rookie MVP candidates. Rookie of the year.
Of the year.
Well, so woo. Okay, top 5 NFC and AFC right now. Who are the top 5 teams in the NFC and the AFC to you right now?
I just want to start and say that Micah Parsons, you've pissed off, for lack of a better phrase. You've made some Chiefs fans really mad for your top 5 teams in the league right now, and the Chiefs weren't on that list. So he
didn't even put the Cowboys on there.
Which is shocking. Also,
don't you think he would at least would have homered it and put them on there?
Hey.
No.
Okay. That was all I wanted to say. E, if you want to give your teams first, I can go after you.
Yeah. Look. So for the NFC, of course, I'm gonna keep the 49ers up there. I'm gonna put them up there.
Are you going in order, or are you just naming?
I'm going in order. I'm doing 1 through 5. 1 through 5. I am going to put the 49ers at number 1. The Detroit Lions at number 2, even though they had that humble game.
This is in order. I'm shocked.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not in order, but now I feel like I need to get my order together.
Yeah, this isn't. I got to do it in order. I am going to put the Cowboys at number 3. Over there, I will put them at number 3. Then my other one that I had Tampa Bay, but after playing them,
that is going to be a good game this week.
Scooch. I'm just going to scooch them on out the way. We're going to scooch.
Watch the Falcons be at 5. Exactly.
The Falcons are at 5. Thank you.
Come on.
The Falcons are at 5.
Oh my God.
Y'all see what we have to deal with. This nasty work agenda from her.
Yes, I actually you know what? I take that back. I'm going to put the Rams at number 4. I feel like they've been silently playing some good ball for a squad that a lot of people kind of written off over there in the West. So yeah, I'm gonna put them number 4. Yeah, my Falcons at number 5. We're number one in the division. We're above 500
in that division.
Like, so
Y'all are gonna win that division. I don't know.
right
Y'all,
now,
I have the Saints winning, but I don't know what is going on in y'all division this year.
It's chaos. That's what it is.
It's only
Chaos.
2 teams right now. We don't include the other one. Sorry for them, but yeah.
Jaja, I called it.
I saw his little comment.
Meg, do you want to give your NFC teams before we go to the AFC?
Yeah, I've got, this is not in any order, so I'm so sorry to y'all. But I've got Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, Lions, Vikings at that point. And if I had to put Vikings somewhere, it's like at the bottom. The Lions have been playing very well as of late, extremely well. So I definitely got to put them in the conversation. The 49ers are there, of course, just because of that vaunted defense and those sorts of things. They're still doing 49er things. Eagles, of course, are, if I had to rank, they're 1 because they're 6-1. So
I took them out of my top 5. They're not looking like the Eagles that I need them to look like right now.
The Georgia Eagles aren't looking like
they're not playing like lights out football, but at 6-1, like it's kind of hard for me not to like say that they're not a top 5 team right now when everybody else is playing terrible. So
everybody is playing real mediocre right now. Like all 32 teams. Real
Falcons are better than the Loins.
I didn't like one.
The Loins is hilarious.
The Loins is hilarious.
I didn't say that, but yeah.
All right, those are my teams. So.
Okay, I think I got my top 5. 1 would be the Eagles. 2 would be the Lions. Sorry, the game is on in the background. 3 would be Eagles, Lions, Niners. 4. I think 4. I'm gonna go Seattle. I think I'm gonna go Seattle at 4, and then I'm gonna go Vikings at 5. And here is why I'm going Vikings. The next like 6 games of their schedule is so favorable. They have an opportunity to win a lot of games and to turn this. Am I getting yelled at?
One of those games that you're talking about is favorable is against us. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
That's fine. I didn't say they were beating y'all. I said it's favorable.
She just took her glasses off and rebuked you.
I didn't say it was going 10-2.
That's funny.
I'm just saying a lot of the games on their schedule coming up are very favorable. The Vikings had a very rough start, but they can definitely turn their schedule around in the next like 6 to 8 weeks. I think that we're going to be shocked by a lot of things that are going to happen for them. Like, I have to pull this up now. They're literally, their next few games are, they go Packers, Falcons, Saints, Broncos, Bears. Like, they can definitely kind of maybe turn it around a little bit and be contenders soon. Not now, but soon. So that's why I'm putting them at 5. I think them having this big game against the Niners is giving them a lot of confidence to maybe take a run now. So, yeah.
I mean.
I like it. E, start your AFC.
Go for it.
All right. My AFC, number 1, I am going with the Dolphins. Number 2, I am going to put the Jaguars there. Number 3, yes, I did.
There's no way this list is real.
This list is real. I put the Jaguars there. I sure did. Because you want to know why? The Ravens. The reason why I put the Jaguars right there, because I'm looking at like right now, like you said, favorable. They can turn their season around, but I feel like the Jaguars are finally going to come. She said they won't. Yes, and I'm going to be honest with you, Jody. I put the Chiefs at number 3. I need to see more. I
don't know what else you want to see. It ain't gonna change. Like, we gonna win games by maybe 30 for the rest of the season. It ain't gonna be more than that. Like, The Chiefs defense is just balling right now.
No, I will give you that. The Chiefs defense is balling.
They've held every team to 21 points.
Oh,
so far.
That's it.
That's good. I mean, it's good. It's like I said. I'm used to seeing a dominant,
like
Chiefs.
straight dominance. Yeah,
you're not gonna see it. You might not see that from them until like
playoffs, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's giving week. It's giving like week 13.
Listen, the Chiefs like sleepwalk through their schedule most of the year. They still win, and then right around like week 13 or 14, they're like, "Oh, playoffs coming. All right, maybe we'll start trying a little bit." And then that's usually when you start seeing like some of their best football.
Patrick had a quiet 424 yards on Sunday. Like
a quiet 424 yards is wild.
Nuts. Why are you throwing the ball 40 times the last 3 games and having a 75% completion rate? This is crazy.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm so used to like every time I go look at the Chiefs, I'm just like, wow. Just like wow. You know what I mean? Like I want to be in that moment again.
I mean, your boy is back, so maybe your boy is back.
Hey, y'all feel like y'all getting your whole team back, so we'll see. Yeah, y'all can slightly move up.
Well,
all
right. Clark is signing with
enough of this Chiefs
Seattle
conversation.
Right.
We're gonna go on a tangent.
We thought we were getting Frank Clark, but he's about to go sign with Seattle. So
I did see that, and I wanted to text you and be petty about it, but I was like, I will save my comments.
It's okay. He was a luxury piece. It's fine. And he started with Seattle in the
just because I saw so many Chiefs fans tweeting about that, like it was an automatic, and I was like, oh no.
I really haven't been on social media today. Lexi has been texting me and keeping me updated, and I'm like, what? Oh, he went to jail. What? Oh, like it's been crazy.
All right, here's my 5 teams from the AFC.
Chargers stink.
Chargers defense stinks. Oh well, all right. All right. So I've got Chiefs, Miami, Jacksonville's in there too. Hey. The Ravens are in there and the Browns. That's my top 5. What I feel like are the top 5 teams in the AFC right now. Especially Lamar has started to show shades of what you know that Lamar is. Ravens have been playing some really good football. And even in the game that they lost against the Colts, I mean, hey,
they looked really good on Monday.
That was a like knockdown, drag out, like kind of fight. So they've got some scrap to them. I think that's what Ravens fans have been wanting to see for a while from this team, especially because the defense hasn't looked as good as that they could be in the last maybe I'll say 2 seasons or so, because they've been banged up. They've been having really just awful luck injury wise. So it's good to see the Ravens playing Ravens brand of football.
Absolutely. That game against the Lions really showed a lot.
Yeah,
because I for sure I don't even remember. Did I pick the Lions? I think I picked the Lions in that because I was like, oh, but in my mind I was like, oh, this is probably going to be like a tough game, but I'm going to give the edge to the Lions. Like, forget that, they completely destroyed the Lions. Like, they didn't care about none of that.
I actually kind of loved it because they beat us, but I was like, what y'all get?
Jody was like, I love this for you.
I
love this song.
No, because, and I want to say, based on that, I was debating with Ravens fans this week. I'm like, if y'all defense is like that, y'all better hold them to less than 14 points. And they did. So I was like, all right, you right.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Right. I would love to see the Chiefs play the Lions now. That's all I'm going to say. But it's fine.
Oh my gosh.
My AFC, Chiefs at 1. I do have Dolphins at 2.
Okay.
I think I have Jacksonville at 3, and that's because I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna get his life together. I have him as the MVP for this season, even though it ain't looking like it.
Well, he was mine too. So I'm like, come on, Trevor, pull it together.
Come on, Trevor. It's week 7. We got 11 weeks left. Like, get this together. I have Ravens at 4, and I have I think I got the Texans at 5.
The Texans at 5?
Yeah.
Over the Browns?
You know she has
the Browns have a really good defense. But I feel like if Deshaun Watson is not going to play a couple of games and the Texans continue to do what they're doing.
But we're talking about right now, like as of right now. Now, I do, to your point, I do see what you're saying. And yes, the Texans, absolutely. But right now, currently,
that made Jaja happy.
I'm sure Jaja's probably going off in the comments.
I think I'm sticking with that. I think I'm going to go with the Texans. I mean, I didn't have them being where they are right now.
This is nasty work.
I didn't have them being where they are right now, and I don't hate it. Like, I love what's happening down there. It looks great. So, and the Browns their defense is really good. The Browns defense is really good. I like what the Texans are doing on offense and defense. And they have more injured players than literally anybody. Like, once they get all their players back to, it's going to be crazy down there. So, I'm just saying. The Colts are better than I mean, yeah, AR was playing.
Yeah, now let me say this. If you put AR in the team, y'all, like I said, y'all saw what happened in the first half of that Texas game. Like, shredded.
Yeah,
but to that point, CJ was balling in the second half. So if you were to give me a healthy AR and a healthy CJ, like,
I love it.
Pound for pound, bar for bar, like, yes, that would be.
I love what's happening in the NFL in the future with them too.
Great matchup.
Yes, I love it. I cannot wait to see more of that.
Be the battle.
That game was really, really good. So, I mean, if AR was healthy and he was still here, I mean,
I think he's gonna be fine once he gets healthy. But
yeah, I was sick when I saw he had season ending. I was like, "Are you sure? Get another opinion."
Jaja, it was 14-7 when he left the game. Yes, but it was 14-0 real quick. Just gotta put that out there.
Period. Let's get into week 8 matchups that we are most excited to see.
I just like giving Jaja grief. Don't mind me. I was going back and forth with Texans fans all off season, and I had them in my DMs all off season about how we were getting Will Levis, and I was trolled with Will Levis memes, tweets endlessly.
Sounds like Bengals fans harassing me. I can't wait to watch them.
They were serious about it.
Playoffs. I hope they don't make the playoffs. I hope 3 teams go to the playoffs in that division, and they are not one of them.
All right, last
week
one.
8, there's a lot of good matchups. Thursday night, I think, is actually pretty good. Thursday night is Bucks Bills. I think that's going to be a really good game. Baker Mayfield is doing something,
but he's not playing. He may not play.
Baker?
Yep, we injured his knee.
Oh, where did you see that, child? I've been in a cave all day working.
I didn't know that either.
That sounds like what is this?
Yeah. Well, if Baker's not playing, then it's not going to be a great game. Like, if I don't get to see
he didn't. I think it was, what was it, Monday? The day after the game, they put him on DNP. Did not practice.
Oh wow.
Due to the fact that because he was already kind of massaging and looking at that knee during the game. I didn't
know that. So are there any games in particular y'all are most interested in watching this week?
I want to see the great CJ Stroud and Bryce Young go at it.
Is that a contest though? Because the Panthers been looking awful. So
they're gonna be terrible.
I mean, I just want to see the 2 quarterbacks do it.
I mean, it would be great if it was like what is it?
Prime time?
No, like a shootout. There you go. Sorry, y'all. My brain is like.
So
I did eat.
Remember at the beginning of the season, we were yelling about this game because we were like, why is it a noon game and why is it not like a primetime game? Because it's the number 1 and number 2 draft picks going off the board.
Oh, yeah, we were.
Should have did something bigger for this, but they didn't. I mean, I'm glad that it's not because Panthers stink. But I think the NFL should have did better about that when they were making the schedule. So they made the schedule after the draft, and I do think that this deserves at least a 3 p.m. slot. You know what I mean?
And you mean a 4 p.m.? I forgot. I was like, she's on Central. I'm like 3 p.m. What?
3 p.m.
4 p.m. for the rest of us.
4 p.m. for the rest of y'all.
I think there's some good matchups. That Jags, Steelers, Eagles, Commanders. There's another one that I had seen. The Bengals 49ers is probably a good one.
You know what? Raiders and Lions might be a good game.
Oh no, I think the Lions are gonna
I don't know.
Gonna pummel the Raiders.
I mean, Jimmy G is terrible, yes, but Max Crosby and Devontae Adams are very good. And I think their defense is really physical. They're gonna give you probably 70 yards worth of penalties. Okay, they're physical. That is going to be interesting to see against the Lions.
So you're basically saying that the Lions are going to be kind of hungover from that loss against the Ravens.
That's what she's saying. That's what I heard.
The Lions should beat up on the Raiders for sure, but I think the Raiders are going to give them hell. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Interesting.
Vikings, Packers.
Yeah, that's one on my list too.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams have 4 losses, but
damn, you say that out loud. It sounds so bad. Woo.
Yeah, Vikings 3-4, Packers 2-4.
I would say your game too, Meg. The Saints and the Colts.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But I mean, hold on, wait. Is DC out? Is Derek Carr out?
No,
I don't know what's happening over there with the Saints. They got Chris Olave issues, Derek Carr issues. I have no idea what's going on.
Chris Olave got arrested for reckless driving.
What's the other guy? Their offensive coordinator. Like I've been seeing Saints fans rant. There you go. Sorry, Pete Carmichael. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah. But I've been seeing Saints fans like rant about him for a minute now. I'll say this, despite all of that, the Saints have the Colts numbers, including regular season and obviously, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I don't like it at all. I don't like it. It's bad vibes. Like I would be great, of course, if the Colts come out with a win. That would be fantastic. But I know how history goes. So, I mean, I'll say that. And y'all know how I've been about the season anyways. Like, I just roll with it because you're in a rebuild. So, my expectations, they're like this big. So,
right.
I can still see y'all can kind of pull in something. I'm not saying that they're all the way dysfunctional, but
I mean, if Gardner Minshew cannot turn the football over because he's had 8 in 2 games, which is crazy. If he could not turn the football over, Colts can win. Heck, if he had not turned the football over in the Browns game, the Colts were beating the brakes off the Browns, which you wouldn't know that, though, from the Myles Garrett highlights and all the daggone times that Gardner either threw a pick or fumbled. You would not know none of that.
I'm really cracking up.
I'm just saying, Gardner Minshew threw 2 touchdowns and he ran for 2 more. Like,
yeah. That's crazy.
But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. Only thing people are talking about is the flags at the end and Myles Garrett. That's it.
That's true. The Jack Steelers might be good. Like the Steelers are low key 4-2.
Yeah, silently 4-2.
Like quietly, yeah. So I mean, and it's in Pittsburgh, and I mean. Who knows? It's probably cold in Pittsburgh. It's cold in Kansas City. So can the Jags go up there and win in cold weather?
I mean, I don't know.
We'll see. They might can though. You never know. Like I said, they've been playing some quiet football a little bit too.
Yeah. The Chiefs Broncos game is gonna be terrible. I'm only watching it because I just want to see us beat them for a 16th time. Hopefully, we beat them because
you just slid that right in there.
She did.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the slate, and there's really not.
That's how I know it's time to go. And Jody started sliding in stats.
Yeah. Well, So the last time we played the Broncos there, we went up 27-0 and then blew a 27-point lead and won by like a touchdown. So
I remember that.
It's gonna be very interesting to see how football goes this week. There was just a game I seen that I said, "Ooh, Patriots." Nope, that's not what I was trying to say.
We can't go through the whole thing. This is just supposed to be, week 8 games to watch.
Eagles Commanders. Wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders won.
I mean, they have beat the Eagles before. They did split last season.
They have, but the way they was talking after that loss that they just took against the Giants.
Listen, the Commanders fans are in hell right now. They are down bad. Ron Rivera is like, Riverboat Ron Mystique is gone. EB is struggling. Sam Howell
is not struggling. They stuck.
EB is struggling.
But y'all know
I love EB, and I will tell you he is struggling.
Y'all know that Lil Wayne meme where he going, ooh, that's how I'm looking at the Commanders fans. Ooh.
Why are you like this? I did not watch their game this last week because I was at
You didn't need to. You didn't need to.
Who did they play?
The Giants.
It was gross. It was so gross.
Oh yeah, the Giants beat them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said they are down bad right now. It's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a whole space where they was over here calling for Brissett.
I mean, and then you saw the Jonathan Allen clip, right? Like you saw that clip where he basically dropped like 12 4-letter word variations in about 20 seconds. Like he said he was effing tired of this.
Yeah,
I'm really behind. I only saw like some games.
I'll send it to you when we get off here because I actually got to write about that this week, which was absolutely hilarious. And Ryan, shout out to Ryan Clark because he had a hilarious description of that whole situation. So I'll send that to you too.
I love RC, man. He's one of the best. Well, that is all I have for you, lovely ladies, today. I don't have any other thing on the slate.
Yeah. Well, and we ran a little long, but hey, I think it's because,
we was MIA for a while.
We were MIA for a minute, and it was like, all right, we need to get our lives together. So here we are.
I'm making a special announcement since I am closing this thing out. Like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? We miss y'all. So next Wednesday is going to be very special because guess what? It's my birthday. So make sure y'all check out because I will be checking out, the cash.
You're not going outside?
Baby, I'm going outside this weekend, next weekend, the weekend after that, the weekend after. We'll celebrate the whole month. And then it doesn't help that my sorority was founded on November 12th, 1922, that it's called Rovember. So it's just a double whammy for me at that point in time. So just make sure y'all send me 1922. That's the minimum. Don't think that's the max. That is the minimum. Y'all can send how much you want, but 1922 is the minimum. All right? That's how we do it.
Oh my gosh, I definitely know it's time to go now.
Yes, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at It's the Sports Tea and on IG at It's the Sports Tea. Remember, minimum 1922. That's not the max.
Your birthday next week.
All right, Jody's singing, which means it's definitely time to go. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Yes, I did hit you with the
So talk to me nice.
Keep it cute. Because I'll keep it fabulous.
And that's
the tea.